Hi, my name is Zahila, and today we're going to discuss about the 40th Malaysian Pediatric Association Annual Congress coming up in September this year. I have with me today Datuk Dr. Zulkifli Ismail, the Chairman of the Scientific Committee, and we're going to discuss about the theme, Marginalised Children Addressing the Needs. So Datuk Zul, this year's theme is very different from the NPA Congresses that we had before. What can we expect from this year's Congress?
This year, the theme is actually on marginalised children. Actually, when I first suggested this to the committee, my thoughts were just about children with disabilities, the indigenous population, children, street children and all that. But when we discuss more of it, there's actually a lot more in terms of these marginalised children. These are children who are invisible to all of us. These include the street children, they include children without, stateless children, they include institutionalized children, they include children who have been abused, the sexually abused, the physically abused children, and you know there's a lot more there, even including the hearing impaired children, the autistic children, which are also being sort of marginalized.
Well, you mentioned just now the different groups of children who are marginalized, but can we just talk a little bit more about what is the marginalized children?
Okay. Marginalized means that these are children who have been sidelined by society. They are not in the focus of society. We all know about children who come to see us in the clinics. That's our comfort area, that's our comfort zone. Right. But this is an area which is away from what we are trained to do, and these are areas where children are out there and yet nobody is taking care of them except for a small group of people. So what we want to do is highlight this and get this small group of people to present what the issues are.
So what are some of the highlights of this year's NPA Congress?
Well, we've invited a lawyer who is going to talk on the legal aspects of abuse and neglect, and then we've got an activist who is working on the ground, so he will be able to give us an insight into issues that he's interested in. We actually have a speaker who was formerly in the institution and grew up in the institution, and I think he had a brother as well, and it's a story that is actually quite heart-wrenching, and I think every pediatrician, every nurse or every human being should listen to the story. I think that a lot of us actually view the institution as a solution, right, when actually it is just a transit. We should not be institutionalizing children. We should be using it as a transit for them while they get things sorted out either with the original family or to foster families. Right. Children should grow up with families. They shouldn't be growing up in institutions.
So what new perspective will the Congress bring up with regards to the topic of disabled children?
Okay, with regard to the disabled children, what we're going to have is the perspective from the parents' side. Right. So the parents will tell us what they have gone through, and then their frustrations with institutions, with hospitals, with us. Yep. Yeah, so I'm sure they have a lot of frustrations with regard to how we treat them. And I think that is where it will open up new avenues for discussion, even from us. It may make some of us defensive, but that's good.
Then what? So we're going to talk about marginalized children.
Then we
so basically
want them,
creating awareness?
Then we want to create awareness, and then we want to create and make them advocates for these children.
So is NPA going to provide the platform for these pediatricians to advocate for these causes?
Yeah, we can do that. We can give them a place where they can say that they represent NPA, and these are the issues that we need to take care of, and these are the children who are suffering. So we need to have that voice. We need to provide that voice, just like the International Pediatric Association provides that voice. The Asia Pacific Pediatric Association provides that voice for children in other countries. So we need to do that for our country. Right.
Thank you, Dr. Zul, for being here with me today to talk about the NPA Congress.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
So that was a great interview with Dr. Zul, and personally, I am very excited. I had a look at the program, and we have great lineup of speakers, great topics to discuss, and I urge everyone to come.